Hello, hello. So, how are you doing? How has your week been? I hope you had a fabulous one. This episode is proudly brought to you by my Luo Man merchandise. For people on YouTube, you can see I'm wearing one of the t-shirts right now, PhD Surviving Luo Men. But anyway, for the people who are outside Kenya who don't get, okay, what is this? What is this Luo Man? I don't get it. I don't get it. So for the people who do not understand it, probably are not Kenyan. So there is this stereotype we have about a particular community, the men that come from that particular community. They're really huge on showing love. They are the full romantic package, okay? They will love you. They will show you will live a soft life when dating these people. But I promise you, the character development is going to be just as much. So basically, the higher the risk, the higher the returns. If you are, the more money that's being spent on you, the more softness you're experiencing, the more gifts, the more bombardment of love that you're experiencing, 10x. That's the magnitude of the heartbreak that's coming your way. So I make fun of them a lot because I belong to that ethnic community, so I have the right. You know how you can talk about your family, but other people are not allowed to talk about your family. It's the same thing. But anyway, please don't take these stereotypes to heart. Please, when you meet people, treat them as individuals and learn about them individually and without biases. Please and thank you. But you can order my Luoman merchandise through my WhatsApp catalog. On YouTube, you have the WhatsApp number right on the screen. But if you're listening in from any of our other streaming sites, 0728 171 059. So you can just go on, you'll find all the t-shirts in the catalog, and you can text me you can then make an order from there, and then I'll communicate with you and I'll deliver your order. The first orders are to be delivered on the 12th of August. That is this coming Saturday. So yeah, make your orders. I got you. And with that said, let's get to this episode. Welcome to another episode of the In All Honesty podcast. My fabulous name is Oliver Rao, and I asked you, what are your non-negotiables when it comes to hygiene? I know that hygiene is a very trivial matter. I do not know why, when we should all be on the same page. But there has definitely been comments and so much engagement under the posts and prompts that I put out on Thursday. So as I told you before, every Thursday I put out a prompt that tells you what we'll be talking about the next week. And there's hella discussions going on in the comments. So you can go over there and also interact with people and also share and laugh about what other people, what you might think is crazy from other people's basic life. But yeah, it gets funner on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Just head over Olive or Rao. I also post it on YouTube Shorts these days. But anyway, I asked you, what are your non-negotiables when it comes to hygiene? And this is some of the responses I got directly through my prompts. Number one, the first person said, a clean toilet or bathroom, clean dry towels, clean beddings. No negotiations. I think these are really basic. But I stopped thinking things are common sense because I realized the sense is not commoning. So a clean toilet or bathroom. Yes, please. My goal when I'm cleaning a toilet or a bathroom is that I can be able to eat off that floor. So that's the goal I go for when I'm cleaning my bathroom. It's the scrubbing, it's the clean. I feel like pooping and peeing is such a sacred, it's such a peaceful space to be in when you're pooping or peeing. Like it's part of taking toxins out of your body. So it should be done in a very beautiful, peaceful place. Don't you think? Anyway, clean, dry towels. Yes, because damp towels are they'll give you infections. You shouldn't have damp things ever in your house. No dry. Make sure everything is dry. So even dry, clean towels, really good for you and your skin. Men, please, this idea of using a towel for I don't know. Anyway, clean beddings. That goes without saying. There are people who change their beddings every 1 week. There are people who change their beddings every 3 days. There are people who change daily. It really depends. But past 1 week, I don't know. We are starting to judge here. Another person said, brushing tongue makes kissing hygienic. I don't care if I gag. So you should brush your tongue when you're brushing your teeth. I'm surprised that we are all older now and this is still not common knowledge. Yes, please brush your tongue from the front all the way to the back. Some people neglect the back of the tongue. Please do so. It's hygienic. It makes kissing way better, as I hear. This person doesn't care if they gag. I hate anything that will give me a gag reflex. I literally hate gagging. So if it works for you, good. But please brush your teeth so that kissing is a good spot out here. Someone else says, dirty tongue, dirty nails, ashy feet. I feel like this is a list of aches. Yes, a dirty tongue. Someone described a dirty tongue to me as you have like some sort of tart layer that can be scraped off. Yuck. And dirty nails. This is something that I'm very keen of. I didn't even know I was that keen until someone told me, how come you can tell? How come, like, I noticed nails a lot, and this person that I was hanging out with a lot of times was just like, that is so weird. I don't notice people's hands or fingers. How do you notice that in like a millisecond? So I didn't know it is, what is it called? I didn't know it is a superpower I had. And ashy feet, oil your feet. Please take lotion, take what is it called? Petroleum jelly, whatever it is that you use. Just don't go out here looking like your feet can create chalk dust, okay? Someone else says, torn or worn out clothes and you walking around like that. This is a trigger because I think a lot of us like grew up wearing torn clothes like for the weekend, or like when you're bumming in the house, or sometimes your uniform would tear and it would just be sewn up because there's no money to like buy you uniforms every single day. So I feel like even me in my grown life, I was very keen to not wear torn clothes because there's a way it made you feel when your clothes were torn, and the idea of trying to cover something, so you know it's torn here, so you're going to wear like your pants are torn somewhere, so you're going to try and wear like a longer top to cover it. The discomfort of it all. But anyway, if we're now all older and we have our own money, and you can rather fix torn things, please don't walk around with torn clothes. And for this person, it's very specific. So I'm guessing for them, even in the house, don't do that. Someone else says, showering not less than twice during periods and washing the cooch after sessions in the loo. So showering, I've realized, is very different for different people. I am also the kind of person who believes you should shower twice a day. But I have now realized there's also a lot of people who believe showering once a day is also fine. So that works for people. But she says specifically on your periods, try and shower as often. So she recommends in the morning and in the evening just to stay fresh. And also after you've done the deed, you also should just freshen up in the toilet, just to wash up your cooch so that you're staying fresh all the time. I think that's just like good. I think even you yourself feel fresh when you do these things, and not necessarily just for your partner or the people around you. Someone else says, people who swim and think that's the shower for the day. No, sir. Let me tell you, I feel like all these responses I got were personal. And anyway, even if I were to talk about my experiences, they would be from a personal point, eh? So who is this who swims and thinks they're done for the day? They're done showering? Why? Let alone you thinking you showered. Have you ever come from swimming, especially if you've been swimming for a while, and you try to rub your skin and literally like that, it will look like that, but it's basically just dead cells, dead skin will come out quite easily because you've been soaking for long. And also, the chlorine is not good for your skin. So when you get out of the pool, you're trying to get off that chlorine as soon as possible because it's not good for your skin. It's literally, what is it called? A corrosive agent, or what is it called? Yeah, it's not it's a chemical that is not supposed to be on your skin throughout, okay? So, yeah, I think swimming, I don't know who thinks, guys, are we okay out here? Are we okay? Please, after swimming, take a shower. It helps your skin and it's good for you. You'll feel fresher. Someone else says, please don't just rinse cups or plates after drinking water or eating food. Wash them. Excuse me? Are there people who genuinely just rinse the plates? Like, what happens? Are you going to put them in the dishwasher? Wait, you finished it and then you didn't use soap or a scrubber and you just water. Guys, I don't know. From the responses I'm learning things I thought were common sense are not commoning. They're not commoning. Yes, please. Plates and cups, whatever it is you're using, any utensils you're using, please get a scrubber, get a dish soap. It doesn't even need to be dish soap at this point. Just get soap and wash it and then rinse. Someone else says, showering once a day. They had multiple points. Showering once a day is the minimum. It's not an argument. And please, if you had to choose, for me it's twice, but if you have to choose once a day, can we please make it in the evening after a long day, after everything, like before you go to bed, so that it's relaxing? Anyway, one is the minimum, this person says. They also say deodorant is also mandatory. I don't care if you're scared of the chemicals. Varolon wewe. Oh, so you're out here eating what is it called? You're out here eating fast food. You're out here drinking alcohol. You're out here using things on your skin, but chemicals, You're gonna draw the line at deodorant because it has chemicals. Sir, please, do not take us for the idiots. And the last thing she says is deliberate scrubbing of feet in the shower. Don't just let water trickle over them. I'm starting to fear like the people I have been interacting with in my life because these are not questions you ask when you meet someone off the bat. So I'm just wondering, have I been meeting people with feet that are not scrubbed? But I didn't think this was a thing until I saw, was it like a social experiment on YouTube where they were separating, like I wash my feet and some people just went to the left and they were like, no, I don't wash it. Doesn't water trickle down like when you're washing your head, your body? Doesn't the water and the soap get to your feet? Okay. Please wash every part of your body. If you're scrubbing your neck, scrub your hands as well. Scrub your entire body. Scrub your feet. Scrub your legs. Scrub every part of your body. Please. Just wash. Create equality for parts of your body, please. They deserve it. Someone else said, I hate bad breath. Please brush, do mouthwash or floss. It has made me hate kissing people with bad breath. So I saw a lot of responses about bad breath. And bad breath is not necessarily just brushing. Please brush your teeth. Please, minimum. We're not arguing about that. Please brush your teeth every day. But also, if you've been struggling with bad breath and you really observe dental hygiene, you should go get checked for something called tonsil stones. So tonsil stones are, there are people who, I don't know, it's natural. I don't think you must have done something to have it. Inside towards your mouth, at the back there's spaces. And so food particles and basically things you're eating go inside there and accumulate and they create small balls. So those small balls have a really, really bad smell. So that's what is called the tonsil stones, and they cause bad breath. And this is information that has come to light quite recently. So a lot of people didn't know why they were struggling with bad breath. You'd brush your teeth, you'd use mouthwash, you'd floss, you'd make sure you're brushing your teeth more often than other people, but it just never worked. Gargling salt, people have tried all these things. So there's one, tonsil stones, and there's also what you eat. So what you eat, sometimes breath emanates from your stomach. So you might have eaten onions, garlic, coffee. Those are the ones from the top of my head that I know could cause a breath that's sort of off. And then there's also things like if you're hungry, like let's say you've woken up in the morning, you've brushed your teeth, and then you haven't eaten. In about 1-2 hours, you'll notice your breath is a bit off because your tummy is basically empty. There's an odor emanating from your gut and not necessarily your mouth. Okay? So for people who are complaining about bad breath, or if you're insecure about your bad breath, get to observe those 3 things, and we'll see. If those are the causes, then you have it sorted. Someone else said, if you poop and not wash your ass or use wipes after, mimi naye nakuacha, watu huku nje wananuka. So this person prefers that after you poop, you use water or wet wipes. Please do not come out here smelling like feces. No, it's not acceptable. And anyway, we'll discuss about how you can make it work for you. Like I know the availability of water in public toilets can be hectic. So find ways that work for you. Wipes is one of them. I'm guessing men don't walk around with wipes in their pockets, so that's also something. But anyway, find things that work for you. I personally don't poop outside my house, and I don't poop after showering. I only poop before showering. So then I'll get into the shower and clean up everything, and then I just won't have to deal with the public toilet nonsense during the day. Someone else said showering daily and regular shaving of armpit hair. Showering daily? Yes, I agree. Regular shaving of armpit hair, guilty as charged. I don't shave mine as often. Because I don't know, it doesn't bother me. And also I know how clean I keep. I don't know. It doesn't affect my cleanliness, but I guess there are people who just don't like it. I know there are people who feel off when their hair is outgrowing. So I get it. Shave your armpits and probably genital hair as regularly as you can if you're someone who's bothered by it. If you really don't care for it that much, just make sure you stay clean. Just your deos, your wash cleanly in the shower. It's as simple as that. But for this person, armpit hair is a no-no, and showering daily. So if you're going to interact with them, please observe these. Someone else said, we have to shower before sex because I was taught to wash my hands before eating. Table manners, and that is on period. Yes, please shower before sex. I don't know how it works for other people, but showering before sex just ensures that the entire deed is fresh, is nice. I'm trying to explain this to you, but I don't know how else to explain it to you. Shower before sex is just better. It's good. That movie nonsense is scripted. Leave it in the movies. Leave it at the door when you enter your house. Just keep sex fresh. Someone else says, we have to shower before sex. Oh, sorry. Bad breath. But why would you leave the house with nuclear bomb in your mouth? Again, bad breath is coming up. I'm telling you, brush your teeth. You need to brush your teeth every day. Save for that. If you're struggling with bad breath, go get it checked. You might have tonsil stones. It might be something emanating from your gut. Go get checked if you're struggling with it. But if it's just you not brushing your teeth, please brush your teeth. stop bad manners and your tongue. Someone else says, kata hizo makucha, brush and floss ni lazima. Hiyo ulimi isuguliwe and shower every day. So cut your nails. I guess this is someone who likes short nails. Brush and floss. This is a given. We're not even arguing about it. Brush your tongue. Every time we've mentioned brushing, please brush your tongue. And of course, shower every day. I think like this is the basics of every morning when you wake up. So the fact that people are asking people to do these things means that it is not as commonly practiced as we think it is, right? Someone else says, let's first speak more about your t-shirt. Again, my Luo Man merchandise is out, and you can order it through my WhatsApp catalog on 0728171059. And in the beginning of this podcast episode, I've explained the Luo merchandise story, the Luo Man merchandise story, and why we are here. I make a lot of fun. I make a lot of okay, I'm trying to find that. I make fun of them a lot. Oh yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I make fun of them a lot. Yeah. But anyway, Luo Man merchandise. Grab yours now. Someone else says, clean teeth, brush at least twice a day, can't stand bad breath. Clean teeth, I guess it's the same thing. Clean teeth, bad breath, mouth hygiene, dental hygiene. I am those people who brush once a day in the morning and then until the next morning. But usually when I have company, like romantic company, and probably things will get a bit sexy later on, I do prefer to brush my teeth, whatever, even after, it could be after a meal, it could be later on in the night. But when I'm just in my default settings, I brush my teeth in the morning and until the next morning. But my breath doesn't smell. I'm good. I'm clean. And I have clean teeth and I drink enough water. But I've realized a lot of people brush their teeth twice a day. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. My mom introduced us to brushing our teeth after every meal, but it was just too much work for me. Some of my sisters still observe at least twice a day. I just went with once a day and it works for me. Someone else said, Matako, wipe, use water, then wipe, then use wet wipes. Hapana taka mavi kwa suruali bana. Okay. This Kiswahili is conk. So basically, wipe your ass, use water, wipe, and then use wet wipes again, and wipe. Please, can we not have what is it called? Do you know people actually leave skid marks on their underwear? Man, the internet has shown me things. I did not know it is possible to not be able to clean your ass as an adult. I've only realized this on TikTok. There's a whole thread of men who literally just don't wipe. Every day we move further away from God. So please just wash your ass. As I've said, you can find methods that work for you. I personally only poop in my house, and that's easy for me because then I have access to everything I need, whether it's wipes, whether it's tissues, water, soap, everything. But anywho, wipe, please. Use water. Use wet wipes. Please stay clean. Please do not leave any skid marks anywhere, not in the toilet, not in the underwear, not on your underwear. Just let no one have evidence of you ever pooping. Okay? Thanks. Someone else said, I die on the so they had a couple of points, but they say, I die on the white towel hill. Please and judge y'all of other colors, and I have extended this to beddings too. So you're a white towel person. There's so many of you, by the way, and you're judging the rest of us. Us who have multicolored, we have pink, we have green, we have brown. You're judging us. You're saying our towels are not clean because they're not white. But anyway, there are people who, and you've extended this to your beddings as well. There's people who prefer to have white beddings and white towels. That way you're able to maintain. You can easily tell when they're dirty or when, I don't know, anything off will make you want to wash them. So yeah, it's a good one. And also you say, is this the episode we talk about how dirty men are and who will tell them to change their toothpaste brand? So I was confused on the toothpaste brand. Why would you need to change your toothpaste brand? I don't know about that, because if it's something wrong, I am guilty for it. I've literally, when I left my parents' house, I just continued to use the toothpaste brand that we used in my mom's house. Like, I didn't change. So I don't know if you're supposed to be changing your toothpaste brand. But say from that, who's going to tell men that they are dirty? I think the problem was the socialization we had growing up. I feel like probably right now, younger boys will come up with a bit cleaner than the men we have right now, because we were socialized our time. Girls were socialized to clean up after boys, and boys were supposed to be raggedy and rough and disorganized and just not neat, and it was encouraged for them. So it was just like, oh, that's boys, and then we girls were supposed to clean up after them. So now what is happening in adulthood, we're dealing with a whole bunch of women who are extremely clean and a whole bunch of men who are just dirty, which then creates that imbalance, and everyone is just like, because I think there's someone the other day who asked me, what are some of your non-negotiables when it comes to a romantic relationship? If say I wanted to date you, what are some of the things you're looking at? Of course, the communication was on top of the list, but I was like also highly clean, because I'm very, very organized. I need someone whose standards of cleanliness are really, really good. And this person told me, expecting that from a man is almost ambitious. And I was just like, okay, fine. If I never find a clean man, then I don't need to date. It's as simple as that. And it seemed like they were bothered by that. You see, that's the mentality I'm talking about. Men were taught to be like boys from the time I was being raised, were taught to just live their own lives and be as dirty as they could, and someone would clean up after them. So now they're in adulthood and they're struggling, and they're like, why isn't there a woman who's willing to clean up after me? Because also the women have become empowered over time, and they're just like, I don't feel like I'm gonna wash skid marks off an underwear, not for a grown ass man, right? So anyway, I don't know who'll tell men. There was a whole thread by, I can't remember her name, Wanjiro. She's a really good content creator, storyteller on TikTok and Instagram. I think she's also a resident commentary on Pulse Live. Anyway, if I remember her, I'll plug you in. And she ran a whole thread. She just asked people, apparently men don't clean up after themselves. And there was a whole tirade of women who just came in talking about the experiences they've had with men who don't clean up after themselves. And so, men, please pick up the slack. No one's going to do it for you. If you found one who's doing it for you, it's only a matter of time until they're tired, because there's also kids to clean up. I can't clean up a diaper and then come wash poop from your underwear. It doesn't make sense. Anywho, someone else says, brushing your teeth after meals. Why is your breath smelling like dead rat? Hey, guys, come slowly. And you want to give me head. Have you heard of bacterial infections? Well, drink your mouthwash or brush your teeth. Plus, in the morning when we get out of bed, why the hell do you want to wait until 1 p.m. to brush just because we are chilling in the house? No thanks. Let's brush our teeth when we wake up. Sorry for the multiple responses. The prompt kept cutting me off. No worries at all. You can send as many prompt messages as you want. Also, there's the option of just DMing me, replying to that specific prompt. and sending it to DM. So there you can type a longer message and I'll find all of it. I always do. So no worries. And thank you for your contribution. And here, just brush your teeth. I've always had the problem with these movie scenes where someone wakes up in the morning and just turns to the partner and starts kissing. I'm just like, I've tried it before, but there's usually a level of discomfort that is just extreme for me. I'm just like, let us wake up, let us go wash our faces and brush our teeth. And then from there, then we can agree from there on. There's also the sweating from the night before. I don't know if it's me only who smells sleep. It doesn't have a specific smell, but that's the whole point of waking up in the morning, to open your windows first. Because there's a smells, I don't know, it's like a stuffy, it's not a smell per se, it's like a stuffy thing. And there are people who have morning smell, like their skin literally smells of something, or their breath actually smells bad in the morning. So if you are those people, you need to also observe that, especially if you're sharing your space with someone, if you're sharing your bed. But anyway, brush your teeth in the morning. For this girl, why? Just because we're chilling and bumming, you want to postpone brushing of your teeth until 1 p.m. and you woke up at 7 a.m. Please, wake up, brush your teeth, do as you please during the day. Someone else says, I can't date someone who doesn't wash their hands. Hepatitis waiting to happen. It's basic hygiene. Do it. Nike, just do it. I didn't even know this. I didn't know that hepatitis is related to washing your hands. I had no idea. After this, I think I'll go do a little research on hepatitis. I had no idea about that. But anyway, washing hands should be normal. I used to judge people during the COVID period when we were entering like malls or places. I would judge the people who take the sanitizer instead of the soap and water. I'd just be like, that's probably a dirty person. Because in my head, I'm thinking, you've touched money, you've touched probably other dirty things, your hands might be dusty. On top of that, you're just going to slap sanitizer and now we are happy, oh, bacteria is dead. But it's a personal preference, of course. It's a personal preference, but just wash your hands. There are people who, when they get home, they don't wash their hands first thing. I thought it was very common practice because my friends do it, my family does it. I didn't realize it's not common practice. Just as an adult, again, just wash your hands. I think your hands carry a lot of things. Just try whenever you can, wash your hands from the toilet, when you enter the house. If you get the chance, wash your hands. Someone else said, watu waoge kabla walale. Don't leave dirty utensils in the sink when you sleep. So shower in the evening before you go to sleep. We all agree with that. The dirty dishes in the sink was a personal attack on me, Oliver Rao, as a person. I honestly cannot bring myself to clean dishes after eating. I cannot. They will be neatly organized in the sink. That I can promise you. They will not look ugly in the sink. I am very good at organizing, okay? So you'll have the cups on one side, you'll have the cutlery on one, like it will all look good, okay? In the sink, but I'm not going to wash it. Give me some time. Give me some time to adjust, okay? This was also a trauma I carried from my mom's house. In my mom's house, different people, different rules. In my mom's house, in my cousin's house, dirty dishes don't stay in the sink overnight. And I hated that rule so much growing up because we grew up in a very cold town. And so you can imagine supper, you've eaten supper at around 8 and we were a big family. So dishes are not 2-3 plates. Dishes is a whole array of dishes. And my mom was those people. You serve on bowl, you serve in bowls and then people serve from the bowls. So there's dishes that have been used and then there's the bowls, there's the sufurias that were cooked with. Dishes was such a hectic affair in my parents' home. The minute I just moved to my own house, I was just like, dishes are never ever gonna give me pressure like that. So for me, that's the whole point. I'm just like, I am extremely lazy after eating. I suffer niggeritis, acute niggeritis, chronic niggeritis. After I eat, I'm lazy. So I actually leave my food to the end of the day after I've done everything. That's when I eat. Because when I eat, I get very lazy. So I try my best to eat only after I've done enough. Like I've done what needs to be done or the priorities for the day. So Sync, I guess we can't live together. We can't be friends. Someone else says not brushing teeth before bed. Here, representing. I come to you, reporting for duty. I who brushes my teeth in the morning. I don't brush my teeth in the evening. I am so sorry. But anyway, if I'm basically sharing, if I have to share probably a bed with you, if you're my romantic partner, I will brush if I'm having like an active romantic life, I will brush my teeth in the evening. But if not, once in the morning for me works. So I'm not brushing. I hope we never have to share a bed. Someone else says mouth and genitals. You can't be walking around with those two areas less than 100. That's true. But I said if you can clean one part of your body, why don't you just extend it to the rest of your body? Yeah, please do. If you take care of a certain part of your body very well, extend it to the rest of the body. All parts deserve equality. Someone else says this is a number of points. Keeping your head or hair clean, and this includes not going around touching people's hair. Keep your hands to yourself. Thank you. In fact, touching people generally, I have a very huge problem with body contact, so mine is personal. But don't go touching. Leave people alone. Okay? And the hair, I struggled with a lot of stereotyping when I had my dreadlocks. Everyone thought my hair was dirty. Yet, in a real sense, I would wash my hair every once a week, every 2 weeks, depending. It just depended. I never left the house, so my hair would be... But I don't know why people assumed that dreadlocks were dirty. Anyway, are we better now? Are we better now because you were judging me with a weave that you put on your head for a couple of months or braids? Huh? Why are you judging people just because they have dreadlocks? Anywho, yeah. Keeping your hair clean, don't touch other people. Another point this person makes is outside shoes don't go beyond the door until they are cleaned. Oh my goodness. You speak to my soul. You speak to... I feel seen. Please leave shoes at the door and don't you dare even carry them with your hands. I don't necessarily mean that you have to walk into the house for me to find it disrespectful. Even the idea of someone now taking their shoes with their hands to bring them inside is a problem for me. Leave them outside. Leave them outside, okay? Once they're clean, we'll put them inside. All clean shoes are in the closet, under the shoe rack. All dirty shoes are outside. We don't care where, but outside the door. So this is, even when you're trying to clean your shoes, you know how in the morning probably you want to clean your shoes. There are people who take the shoe from outside to clean it inside the house. Do the other way around, please, babe. Please take water from inside the house. Go clean your shoes outside. Thank you. The last point you make is outside clothes don't go inside the bed. I usually have throw blankets for naps on the bed. This is the beauty of living by yourself. Because there are people who don't understand such things. And it's not even just inside the bed. I have a problem with being in the vicinity of my bedroom if you're from outside. I don't want anything in my bedroom to be touching anything that has come directly from outside. So this person really has seen me. This person has seen through my soul. I love them for it. I mean, they're my twin flame. I don't know. I'll buy them mandazi and cake. Someone else says, unflushed toilets, pee drops on the toilet. Why would you not flush the toilet? Why? Must everyone see evidence of your excretions? Now we are happy that you're human. What do you want us to celebrate? Please flush the toilet. Please make sure the toilet is clean. Please don't leave pee stains on top of the toilet. Please don't leave evidence that you were in the toilet. No skid marks, no period blood stains. Please. leave the toilet and let no one know you were ever there. It is just respectful. Someone else says, no touching my bed without showering first. Again, this is the same. I used to think that my standards were obsessive. Apparently, I'm just fine. Why was I apologizing out here? There's so many people who think the same as me. These are not ridiculous standards for cleanliness. These are the bare minimums. Okay, no, I have stopped being mad now. We'll go to the slightly longer answers. I'll go to the slightly longer answers I found on my DM. I have to share my hygiene non-negotiables. Number 1, showering before bed. We've agreed, guys. Okay. Number 2, clean sheets. I don't like smelling people's scents. This is very, very personal to me. I think even the idea of not being sexually active is a very peaceful space in my life, because the idea of going to bed and smelling, it doesn't have to be a bad smell. Even your perfume, even your hair, whatever you use on your hair. I just don't like smelling other people on anything, not my clothes, not my sheets, not. So yes, please, clean sheets there, and that's when you get the best sleep. On the day when you've cleaned up the house and then you've changed your beddings, life. Number 3, clean bathroom from the tiles to the toilet seat. I can't deal with stains. I will run. Yes. And this is why we don't visit people in their houses, because people don't know how to maintain cleanliness like this, okay? So clean bathroom. I said the goal when I'm cleaning my bathroom is that you can eat off the floor. That's the goal. Nothing less. The 4th point is clean up the kitchen after cooking, the countertops as well as the gas and stove surface. I honestly just don't like sharing my space because I feel people don't or won't leave things in the order I want them to. It is draining, especially when you have to put up with a relative. I just can't. Sharing space is really difficult, and every day I wake up, I am grateful that I don't have to share space with anyone, because it really grinds your gears when you have to find things. Like, there's even simple things, like there are people who don't clean stains immediately the accident happens. Like, I'll spill some juice, but there are people who are okay to just sit and drink the juice until they finish the juice and then come and clean the one they spilled. So you find, for me, that's very triggering. If I spill something now, I have to clean it now. So this happens even when I'm cooking on the stove and something spills off my saucepan. I'll take out the fire and then put the saucepan aside, clean out the cooker area, and then continue cooking, because I don't know why it bothers me so much. It's not such a bad thing. I think it's a very personal preference. So this is why, if you're I think this person is as organized, is probably a neat freak like me. So it will get to you. If you have to share space, it will get to you. I'm so grateful. I hope I never get to share space, because I will cry. I will just cry every day. Someone else told me everything. Kwanzaa, I start with meno. Meno is teeth. I can't stand someone with unclean teeth, even if they are just a client. Yani, when I say hi for some reason, my eyes usually just go to the teeth. And if it's unclean, I will really shorten the conversation. So I think you have an ick for teeth that's not clean. And when I continued to chat with this person and asked them, how do you tell that teeth is not clean? They said there's usually a tartar buildup on the back of the tongue that you can scrape off with what? You can scrape off that tartar. So I was like, okay. And I think this person is very keen on teeth. Sometimes we don't realize that we are obsessively keen on certain things. Because when I was telling you about the nails, I didn't realize how invested I am in people's nails until a friend pointed it out. And I realized that I became so good at observing nails that I can quickly tell in seconds of meeting you, I can quickly tell things about your personality that will be accurate just from your nails, which is weird. It's a superpower I didn't know I had, but since the friend pointed it out, I'm just like, okay, I guess I can see through people's nails. Well, they are colorless, but still. um, Someone else says, as the chairperson of the Work at Home Committee and official home body, I declare that showering in the evening is essential for good sleep. Committee for working at home. People were asking, why are you working at home and you're going to the shower? Please shower. Please just shower. For this person, showering in the evening makes them sleep very, very well. So I work from home most days, but I still shower twice a day. So the morning shower is to kickstart me, is to jumpstart my body, and the evening shower is to relax me, to decompress. So I shower twice a day for that reason. Even if I'm in the house the whole day, the morning one is for kickstart. The evening one is for decompressing. So I don't know, but that is usually very personal preference. But then again, if you had to share space with someone, probably you'd have to find a midpoint for the both of you. If probably one person showers once, the other person showers twice, I don't know, figure it out. Both of you shower 1.5. Someone else told me, if you can't wash your hands, just your hands, what else are you not washing? It means we can't kiss. Because I imagine kissing fecal matter from your ass, which you transferred to your mouth and face. I can't eat at your place. I can't watch a movie with you and share popcorn. It's a no. Trauma stepped into the room. Trauma joined WhatsApp chat. So for you, it's washing of hands. As I said, washing of hands is very, very important. Please try to wash your hands as much as you can, whenever you can. And we've just learned from these responses that hepatitis is waiting to happen if you do not wash your hands. So now we know better. Wash your hands. This person's obsession with washing hands is clearly a bit more exaggerated, because you start thinking of fecal matter on people's faces, hands, mouth, which might not be very far from the truth, because if they probably didn't observe as much cleanliness in the bathroom and they went touching things around, and they went touching themselves as well, including you, yeah, I can imagine how your brain just spiraled thinking, no, we cannot share. No, we won't even watch a movie. I'm telling you, no. Wash your hands. Someone else told me, finally, something I can contribute to. Number 1, no outside shoes in the house. We've agreed. You do these things wherever you want to do them. If you come to my house, leave them outside. Number 2, if I agree to share my bed with you, please take a shower first. No outside clothes near my bed. I don't know what you've carried from public seats. This one has simplified it and at least has given a reason for why you don't want like clothes or anything from outside near your bed. You're thinking you could have carried anything from the public. We deal with so many people, right? So at least for them, they have the grace to explain why they don't want outside clothes inside their bed. And if you're going to share a bed with this person, you might just as well as make sure you shower in the evening. I have had to share beds with people who necessarily are not keen on showering in the evening. Of course, they had their own blanket. I had to have my own blanket. But let me tell you, even the aspect of just sharing a bed, I literally do not sleep. And it feels like something is itching me the whole night. Okay, guys, let's just agree. Sharing is bad. Sharing is extremely nerve-wracking for some of us. So sharing a bed is difficult. Please shower if you have to. Why I'm saying, what you might ask me, why didn't you throw that person out? Because sometimes it's a friend, sometimes it's like a family member. It's not necessarily a romantic partner. So you are hosting and that person does not shower at night. You cannot take people does not shower in the evenings. You cannot take people to the bathroom and scrub them by force. Okay. So it has happened before, but that's why I just say I am not comfortable with hosting. You have to deal with a lot of compromise. Sometimes if the person does not have the same preferences as you, and it's just too much work. And it's the same thing. I don't go to people's houses as well because there's certain standards that I want, or rather there's certain routines that I'm used to that will be thrown off if I go and spend the night at someone else's. So yeah, life is difficult. Nothing is easy. Someone else said people should, this is the last response we got from our DM is from our resident sex coach, Climax with Shiro. And she says, people should shower before sex. No one wants to go down on a dirty pussy or dick. Furthermore, it's very easy to catch bacterial infections from dirty dicks. I'm sorry, guys, but that's the truth. Shower before sex and you'll enjoy devouring on a clean body. We love it. We've been told you should wash your hands before eating, right? It's table manners. It's just hygiene, general, right? So yeah, you might catch infections from just someone with poor hygiene. And I saw someone on TikTok who was concerned about a friend who kept having recurring infections because their boyfriend was not circumcised. Please, I am here to confirm to you that circumcision has nothing to do with the infections. It all is hygiene. You could literally get infections from a circumcised person as well. So the thing here is that person either was not observing hygiene, good hygiene, or they're not practicing safe sexual practices. They're out here dipping in every honeypot, and they are not dipping in that honeypot with gloves, right? So they could be carrying something from one person to another. So be very careful about your sexual partners. If you are having unprotected sex with someone, just be keen, especially on their hygiene and on their sex practices, because you could contract something very, very fast. And if you're struggling with recurring infections, go to the doctor, get checked. If it's something that both of you need to get checked for, then both of you need to be on drugs. Please just practice safe sex. It works, but let me tell you, the itch, the burning sensation, the discharge, there's so much discomfort that comes with infections. It's worth the investment of like safer sex or things you can invest upfront so that you don't have to deal with such things, even as good as dumping that person, because clearly, you will keep dealing with reinfections for as long as possible. And with that said, that brings us to probably the end of this episode. Thank you so much for your contributions. I'll just take you through my thoughts generally on hygiene. And one thing that I want to remind you is that obsessive traits are very common with different people. So obsessive traits are things like, for me, one thing that I know people are it takes people aback when they come to my house is because I only have two places where clothes can be. Three maybe. 3 places where clothes can be. Clean clothes are in the closet. Clothes that are not clean or dirty are on my body. I'm wearing them right now, like this PhD in surviving Luo men, right? And there's the dirty clothes that have to be folded neatly in the laundry basket as well. So that is something, and it's something I guess it's an obsessive trait, but you see, that's something that I'm willing to do, but I'm not willing to do dishes at night, right? So learn your persons, learn how to meet people at midpoint, because we are not the same. Just because someone does not clean their dishes and you prefer to clean your dishes does not make them any less cleaner. For them, there's somewhere else where they prefer to clean better. So, or rather they do it in a different way. Like me, I want to do the dishes at night, but when I wake up in the morning, I'll clear out the dishes in the sink, right? So if you have to share space with people, just try and find a midpoint. It's very difficult, but in the case that you have to share space, you'll have to find a midpoint. If there's someone who does not like, this happens when I visit my cousin who also does not like the dishes staying out at night. So she will do the dishes But I'm responsible for cleaning everything else, which she hates. She doesn't like to clean up like the cookware. She doesn't like to scrub the toilets. I'm happy to. I will scrub toilets. I'll do everything, but I will not clean the dishes after eating. So find ways that work for you and the people you're sharing space with. Something that you might also experience is overlooking of certain areas. Like you see, let me see. Some some things are not exactly indications of being dirty. They're just indications of they're not indications of being dirty, they're just different for you. You know how you see how the girl who says she sees teeth every time she sees teeth. For me, I see nails. And that is how I missed a whole person who, so there is this person who I was having a fling with at some point. There was kissing involved. And on a random day, after I have known this person for a while, and they're generally clean. I've interacted with them. This is someone who showers. They shower twice a day. They clean up their dishes. Their house is always cleaned out. They always have someone coming in to clean. Like, this is a very clean person. And their personal hygiene is also really good. They don't have bad breath. Their teeth always look speak. I'm like, oh, this is a really good looking person. So on a random day, a topic comes up and I realize, and this person says, you don't need to brush your teeth every day. And I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of things we don't need to do every day. Like dermatologists have said, you don't need to shower every day. It's not good for your skin. But we do anyway, because how else am I supposed to feel clean? But then it is at this point that I realize this person actually says that he doesn't brush his teeth every day. And I'm like, wait, what? What? They say they brush their teeth 2-3 times a week. And they started to give some scientific explanation for that shit. And I was just like, no. And you've been kissing me. No. I said, no. From today onwards, I call you in the morning, video call, you brush your freaking teeth. If this has to go on, I freaking video call you in the morning, you brush your teeth. In the evening, you brush it. Please, if this has to go on, if you feel like this is too much to please, it's okay. Exit my life, and I will never ever say you ever existed in this life. It's okay. Anyways, yeah, they did change their ways to actually brushing their teeth twice a day. I don't know if they still continue, but me, I left anyway. Someone else says, oh, sorry, this is my third point. Sex is quite messy for me, and that is a point where I've gotten where I am very grateful for celibacy. I'm thinking about the sweat. I'm thinking about the bed sheets I have to change tomorrow. I'm thinking about the sex, this, like, basically the body juices. I'm thinking, sex is so messy, and I think I got to a point where I just stopped compromising. I'm just like, it's not. So I shifted. I shifted from, no, I'm never going to have sex at my house. I'm going to have sex at people's houses. If you want to have sex at your house, that is fine. We can come to your house and sweat all we want and leave those dirty beddings there. The problem, no, my house is not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. The other option that you have is book staycations. Book staycations for the person that you're having sexual relations with, and go out and have like a mini vacation and have a good time, and then go your way after that. But I don't know, sex became just too messy for me. Right now, I think about sex and I was thinking it's too much mental gymnastics for me when I think about the cleanup. And also, like, when you've had sex, you need to go to the bathroom and pee, you need to wash your cleanup. Sometimes I know when after I've had sex, I feel filthy. So I usually feel the need again to shower after sex as well. It's a lot for me. It's a lot. So I compromised and said I will stay in peace. Find methods that work for you. That's something that I've also explained. I've said, since you won't have, like, you're not sure of access to water. Not every public toilet has installed a bidet. You're not sure if you'll always have wipes in your pocket. It's difficult to clean up. Okay, it's not difficult. You can, but cleaning up during the day after a poop is just too much work. So for me, how I work around that is that I never poop outside my house. I wake up in the morning, my poop is scheduled for before 9. How I do that is I drink 2 cups of warm water. It clears out my gut and my bowel clean in the morning. So this usually I do before I shower. So after that, I'll wipe and then get into the shower and attend to my whole body the same way and make sure I clean out my butt and clean out everything nicely. And now I feel fresh. I feel all fresh throughout my body. And now during the day, all I have to do is deal with pee, which is not a lot to deal with. It's easier to deal with. And I also drink water, so I'm not worried about yellow pee, smelling pee. So yeah, so find methods that work for you if you need to stay clean and fresh during the day. Something else is allow people to their own devices. When I moved in with my ex, I realized a lot of times I was stressed because of the way they were doing something, but the end result was the same. Just because someone scrubs the wall from top to bottom and you scrub the wall from bottom to top, allow them. So long as the end goal is that the wall is clean, right? So allow people to their own devices. I know when it comes to hygiene and cleanliness, we might get a little icked by people's methods, but at the end of the day, what is the goal? Are they clean at the end of the day? Are they fresh at the end of the day? So let's allow people to their own devices. I've said this over and over. Learn as much as you can about something that you're struggling with. If it's recurrent infections, go get checked. If it's bad breath, go get checked. If it's tonsil stones, if it's your gut, something you are eating, if it's something on your skin, a rash has broken out, figure out what have I been eating. Is there something I touched? Is there try and learn more about the things you're struggling with or the things that people around you are struggling with. As I told you, I came to learn a lot about bad breath because someone who was very close to me had bad breath, and I knew they were very good at their dental and general hygiene. So learn to invest in more knowledge when it comes to things that you consider probably disgusting or they irk you. Just try and find out where it's coming from, because these people could also be trying. Also to your devices, there's things like the brown and the white towels. The brushing of teeth once, twice a day, the bathing once, twice a day. I really struggled with people who don't bathe twice, but over time I've just come to accept it. I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. But if we ever, God forbid, ever share space, if you have to pick one shower a day, if you really, we'd prefer if you took 2. But if you really have to take one shower, can it be the evening one? After the sweat, after the day, after all of it, can we please choose the evening one? Thank you. And last but not least, I want to tell you that hygiene is not feminine. A lot of us grew up thinking hygiene and organization and being neat is linked more to females than it is to males. And that is, of course, because of the way we were socialized. We were socialized for girls to clean up after boys. And therefore, now we are in this age where some boys just feel like, I can't clean up for myself. And the mentality needs to change, because there's things like there are people who never grew up cooking or cleaning, so they don't know how to cook or clean. But if you're open to still being a clean person by yourself, you hire a service, right? You hire someone to do their job for you. The idea of just thinking, oh, there should be someone, I should get a wife. Oh, my sister should come by and clean the house for me. I mean, that's what she's supposed to do. No, just figure out methods that work for you, the way you can maintain hygiene, and do that for yourself. And some things actually give you a lot of confidence. I've seen men go from like a clear 4 to a 10. Immediately they started observing their own, how they look. Like, make sure your hair is cut, go in for your waxing. When men started going to get their nails done and they have like colorless nail polish and their manicured hands look good, and they're now investing in colognes, they're now investing in roll-ons, what are this called, in deos, how you look, like buying clothes when your clothes are worn out, exchanging them, or rather going to discard that and getting new ones, and looking neat, finding things that fit you. Let me tell you, once you genuinely clean yourself from the inside, you're a clean person. It shows on the outside. You will literally glow on the outside. You literally have more confidence. You'll find yourself taking up space where you're supposed to be taking up space. So hygiene is not feminine. Don't leave it to girls only. I really have to applaud boys, because I grew up thinking that boys are dirty because they were supposed to be dirty. But now I'm seeing an influx of men who really just love their space, are taking care of themselves. They're very clean. They're even out here having standards. Men never used to have standards. Men are out here being like, I can't date a girl who doesn't wash her hair, who doesn't change her hair every 2 weeks, right? We love to see it. And that brings us to the end of our hygiene podcast. What are your non-negotiables when it comes to hygiene? I hope we've covered a myriad of it. We might repeat some of these topics in our season 4 with a wider array of perspectives from other people. But for now, I hope that served it for today. Remember to order your Luoman merchandise on my WhatsApp catalog 0728171059, and the fast deliveries will be done on Saturday 12th, 2023. Thank you so much for another episode. I'm so happy for the growth. I'm so grateful for your support. I am because you are. I've been because you be. Thank you. Bless you. And until next week, my fabulous name is Oliver Rao, and this is the In All Honesty podcast. Bye.